Need to start this close in and let you know that today I can't lose. I'm not going to lose. I'm gonna win. All right, there's my little pep talk for the morning right there. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to you guys. Based upon the title of this video, you already know what it is. Joe's dressed up like, not quite like a lawyer. However, that's what I've got to get ready to do today. I've got to get ready to defend myself. I don't have a lawyer. I don't think that I need one, and I think that I can represent myself fairly well up in this courtroom. We're gonna see. Only time is gonna tell, and by the time this video is over, you're gonna know exactly how this thing plays out. For those of you who may not remember, like wondering to yourself, damn Joe, what charge did you catch? You're going back to prison. No, today we're actually going to civil court. Never been here before in my life, only seen this on Judge Judy, learned a few things from her as well. And we're getting ready to go to court because we're suing the first electrician. That's right, $5 grand is what I'm suing this dude for. $3,000 for the money that I've already paid to this guy, $2,000 for the money that I'm paying to the new electrical company to come and fix his mess. Am I gonna win this case? Is this guy gonna show up with a lawyer himself? I don't know. I damn sure hope that I'm gonna win this case. I've got Joel.
Think you're gonna do good.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you got this.
What's flashing in the camera? Something was taking my attention right there. Shout out to Joel. He's gonna be helping me get this thing filmed. So I'm gonna go ahead and bing, hand the camera off to him. Appreciate the kind words right there, Joel. I wanna get up out of this room because I hate this echo. Maybe in the hallway it won't be so bad.
Yeah, problem.
Anyways, we'll just film right here for a moment. I'm dressed up to the best that I can. I wanna look presentable, professional, and serious when I go up in here. And also, I've got a paper trail that's pretty extensive that I'm taking with me as well. Now, there was never any kind of an ironclad contract. Is that gonna matter? It might. I'm not even gonna lie. What I do have, however, are a lot of text messages, a lot of receipts, a lot of pictures that paint the picture of what exactly was taking place between me and this guy. I want my money back. I feel like I've been losing all the way around the board as of late, and I'm tired of that. You know, and if somebody does you wrong in business, hopefully this is a way that this situation can be resolved, rectified, something along the lines. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super nervous about this. I haven't been in a courtroom since going to court for Dave with the Dreads, I think was the last time, and even then I was nervous, and all I was doing was sitting in the pews. Well, this time, I'm sitting at the prosecution table across from the defendant, electrical guy number one. I didn't sleep very well. Had this on my mind, had a lot of things on my mind, and all I'm hopeful for is that today this is gonna work out. Will this guy even show up? That's another thing. He might not show up. You know, if he doesn't show up, I've heard that I automatically win. Is that how this is gonna go? I got a feeling he's gonna be there. I got a feeling this is gonna be a fight, a civil fight, and I'm ready for this. I hope I'm ready for this. When I was printing all of this out, I had a little bit of a panic attack just thinking about potentially going up into this courtroom and not being able to talk, having a panic attack or an anxiety attack up in the courtroom. Hopefully that's not gonna happen. We're getting ready to head to court right now. You guys wish me luck, and hopefully this paper trail with this work that was incomplete and left half undone, and we've got other contractors pulling permits, and you're pulling permits for the wrong thing, and then I'm having to pay administrative fees because you did the wrong thing, and then I had to bring in another electrical company to fix the whole situation, and they're telling me it's gonna be $5,000. Hopefully today we're gonna get a little bit of resolution. Hopefully. Stomach's kind of uneasy. There's also the potential this dude could be here and he wants to fight me, which I know that that's not going to happen, but that doesn't even really worry me as much as just going up in this courtroom feeling like, what happens if I get a contempt of court? What, Your Honor? Joe, if I don't come out of this thing, I'm gonna need you to bond me out. All right, we're here. And hopefully this thing is at 9 o'clock. I don't remember exactly what time it is. It's either at 9, 10, or 11. But we're here regardless. So I'm gonna go up in here. and even though it looks dark like that, Joel, it still shows up pretty good on.
I think once we get it focused, the lighting changes it for once we focus in.
I'm gonna go up in here. If I don't come out immediately within the next 10 minutes, then that just means that, you know, it is at 9 o'clock. If it's not until 10 or something like that, I'll come out and I'll let you know. I can't bring my phone in here. I've got everything printed that I need. All right, let's go do this. We're gonna win. Got to go into this thing like a lawyer. Hopefully this dude doesn't have a lawyer. That would be crazy. Well, it's not until 12 o'clock. I had the time totally messed up. But we're here, and we're leaving, and we'll be back. Damn. I'm gonna have to hype myself up again for this. Shoot, that's 3 hours we gotta wait. All right, well, at least we got the day correct. I was worried when I went in to ask because I went and I looked on the board to see if my name was on the docket, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh man, I sure hope I got the date right. And I think my worst fear was they were gonna tell me, oh yeah, that thing was last week, you missed that. They dropped that. So 12 o'clock. This guy's gonna be able to show up on his lunch break, and we'll see what happens. We'll leave for now, go work on some videos, try to get my mind off the fact that I got to fight for my life up in a courtroom, and try to make it a good day.
We're live.
All right. Well, it's 11:38. Heading to the court building right now, and guts are bubbling again just a little bit. Damn, it's do or die this time. We know we got to be there at 12. Will this guy show up? Getting a little nervous, losing my voice a little bit. Just hoping that this goes good. Like I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I feel like I've just been on a losing streak lately, and I wouldn't mind a little change of luck, a little change of direction. Hopefully in this courtroom I'm going to be able to get my point across. My point's going to be sound, you know, it's going to be a good point. And I think that I do got a good point. I hired a guy to do this work. I paid him $3,000, and the fact of the matter is he didn't complete the work. He didn't complete the work. And now I want $5,000. It's not being greedy. Maybe it is. I don't think that it is, but we'll see. I got a bunch of notes, bunch of documents, bunch of photos, bunch of what I consider proof, evidence. But it ain't never no good feeling going up in a courtroom. I guess for once in my life, this is probably the first time in my life. I think it is. This is the first time in my life that I'm going to go be the plaintiff and not the defendant. And I know, granted, you know, we're talking about civil court here. This is not criminal. Nobody's going to jail unless somebody gets a contempt of court. But I ain't never sat on this side. I'm on the prosecutor's side. I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that I stand a snowball's chance in hell? Am I gonna win this case? Is Joe's talk game like that? What do you think? Leave a comment, let me know, and I will let you know. We had just seen Booker as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a bar on my homeboy find it out. You know, already called the information?
Say again?
Did anybody already call you with information?
Oh no, what city is he in?
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. How much is the bond?
2,000.
Okay, and are you co-signing for him?
Yeah.
All right, where you work at?
My own. One of them partners with a toy truck company.
Okay, and you do know when you co-sign, if he misses court, you're responsible for $2,000 and any fees I incur.
Man, I ain't worried about all that. Yeah.
I am.
You going to court?
I'm worried about it.
We got a chance to go see Booker film with him. Craziness with him. We weren't even with him, but for 30 minutes, and it was just 30 minutes of chaos. But he did give me a little bit of advice because he knew that I was going to this court thing. He said, don't say too much. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to not do that. Say too much? That's all I ever do. Don't say too much. wonder if this guy's gonna be here. This will be the first time that I'll be seeing him since the last time that I saw him, and that was probably early November. And if he is here, I was thinking about saying something along the lines of, oh, well, you'll show up to this, won't you? Or, oh, well, you'll be on time for this, won't you? Oh, we're pulling in. His vehicle should be here. It shouldn't be hard to tell. I'm trying to remember what this dude drives. I think that might be it right there.
This?
Yeah, I think. I can't remember. It's been so damn long. All right, Joel. I don't know if you should come in here because maybe I should leave you out here.
It's up to you. Either way, I'm gonna find out what happens in the end, so.
Yeah, you might as well come in. I was just concerned about not taking the key in, but I gotta take the key in.
So leave the camera behind, all that stuff?
Yeah, we can't take the camera, so. Oh boy, dough. All right, before we even talk about how this went, Joel, could you tell how nervous I was up there?
Yeah, when we went up there, he was like, they asked him for the papers, and he was like, kind of like shaking with the papers a little bit, like, there you go. But I'll let him tell you what happened.
I won. I sued him for $5,000. The judge gave me $3,150 and some, like $3,200 is what the judge gave me. I went up in there. Oh, and he showed up. Man, boy, he tried to paint me out as the idiot. He don't know what he's doing. Who's gonna rewire a whole house for $4,300? I only did it to try to look out for him. I went in there with all of this documentation, no contract, but notes in terms of basically painting the picture of our agreement. And the judge asked me why I was suing him for $5,000. I told him, and I showed him all of my evidence, and yo, I thought he was about to win. When he was talking about, I paid him $1,500 to start, and then I paid him $1,500 after the rough-in, and he had that rough-in inspection sign-off pink sheet. I was like, I was ready to pack it up right there. I thought I was done. I was like, well, that's it. I'm not gonna win this. But part of my evidence was the fact that, oh, and there was another thing about who I was suing. The judge was like, well, who are you suing? You've got this one guy, and then you've got another another company. And he told me that however I went about trying to sue the company, I didn't do it correctly. And I thought he was gonna throw out the whole case right there. I said, Your Honor, I'm really suing this guy right here. I said, if you'll let me explain, I'll try to tell you the story. And I hired the guy who I sued to do the work, to pull a permit. The permit gets pulled in an entirely different entity's name. I don't know this company, never heard of these folks. So I showed that. Told the judge, I said, you know, that's why I'm suing. You know, I hired this guy. Why did we pull a permit in another name? Dude showed that inspection, that rough-in inspection. And I was like, I'm done. I gave him the $1,500 deposit. He's gonna say that, you know, that second $1,500 was due after the rough-in, and he had done all of his work. I was like, man, I'm gonna lose this. And then the judge said, why did you pull the permit in another name? Oh, well, you know, that was a business partner of mine. Yeah, well, why didn't you, are you a licensed electrician? Yeah, I'm a licensed electrician. Well, why did you pull the permit in another name? Were you licensed at the time? He said it was contingent, or he was in the process of getting licensed. That was it right then and there. He wasn't a licensed electrician, and that's why I won. Yeah! If you need you a lawyer, holler at Joe. Oh, and real quick, Joel, hopefully we can incorporate that footage that you filmed of us walking out. I didn't even know Joel brought his phone in. But what you're seeing in this little snippet right here is dude who I hired up in the clerk's office appealing the outcome. And of course, what he said, well, I can't tell you what he said when we were walking out the courtroom. Of course, it was unfair for him, and it was completely against him, but damn right. You didn't do right. I paid you way too much, and the reality of the situation was there was only a little bit left on the tab. $1,300, you didn't care. Talking about you've never not completed a job before this one. Well, guess what? You didn't complete this job. I'm never gonna see that money. There'll be another court date that I'll have to go to, but the reality is, because he's appealing this, I don't need none of this. All I need is the permit. I hired you. Here's, you know, this person, this other entity on my permit application. Dude didn't have a license. He's not a licensed electrician. That's it. Done. You guys let me know what you think. hey, I finally won something. Bitcoin and crypto's in the toilet today, but at least this court thing went okay. Judge wasn't trying to hear nothing about that $5 grand, but he gave me the entire $3,000 back, the $150 fine that I got from the city because the permit was filled out wrong, and then a $79 court fee. So hell yeah, today was a good day. And we'll be going to court again, because I know, this ain't over. Yo, he tried to say I was all sorts of dumb up in that courtroom. Your Honor, he didn't know what he was doing. I'm trying to help him out. Who's gonna rewire a whole house for $4,300? Well, obviously you were, because you agreed to it. See your ass back in appeals court.